Wow. Good evening, truck and tractor pool fans. Man, we're here. Is that 2 weeks in a row, Dwayne? It's scary, isn't it?
Yeah,
But,
we're finally getting back into routine again.
yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna take care of some results from Saturday night in Easton, Maryland. Pull off production stuff, and before that, we're waiting on Tara. Tara's getting some of her part of the show ready, and with some
I'm
updates.
here.
All that good stuff. Yeah, we can hear you. We know you're there. We're gonna when she's ready, we're gonna turn everything over to her and just let her have the floor and tell us what's going on, what's going to be going on, and everybody's aware that we have a nice pool at Berryville this Saturday. We got our fingers crossed weather-wise, and I'm sure
Yes.
I know she's talked to the promoter there today, and she'll lead into that too and let us know what's going on with that. Hi, Tara. How are you?
Hi. Good. Just crazy.
It's all about you.
All right. So Saturday night we head to Berryville, Virginia, Clark County, Roritan, and it's not gonna rain. Okay, it's not gonna rain.
Sounds
Starts
good
at
to me.
6 o'clock. We have the limited pro stock semis, the pro stock 4-wheel drive trucks, and the modified 4-wheel drive trucks. I think they're running some stock stuff after us, street diesels probably,
And gas, probably. Yeah.
and gas. Yeah. Like I said, like JR said, I talked to Brad today, and we're gonna make it happen. It's like 30% chance 1 minute, 40% the next, and it just keeps bouncing around. If we have to start at 7, if we have to start at 8, we're having a pool in Berryville Saturday night. I think it's $15 to get in. I don't know. I can't remember. But if I can find the flyer.
By the way, if you haven't noticed a huge presence on Facebook and social media, Tara's done a hell of a job this year getting these flyers put together for all these events for Atlantic Pro Pulling. Man, that's the best presence, as in seen, on social media ever for this Eastern Club. So good job, Tara.
Thank you. Yes, 6 o'clock, $15 a person. Kids 12 and under are free. And they have a great little food stand there. It's going to be a good show. A truck show. All trucks.
All trucks.
I also wanted to hit on some of our major sponsors for Atlantic. Helena Agri Enterprises. At Helena, we've been committed to helping farmers achieve success since 1957. In the years to come, Helena will continue to be there with the people, products, and knowledge to help you increase productivity for greater returns. The way they see it, your success is the only measure of the work we do together. Our newest one is Spring Garden Repair, engine machining, and quality parts.
Sorry, Dwayne.
5 minutes from your house, huh? At Spring Garden Repair, we specialize in high performance diesel engine machining and parts, serving the performance, agricultural, and industrial industries. We provide quality custom machining and parts to keep your engine running at peak performance. You can check these guys out at springgardenrepair.com or follow them on Facebook or Instagram. Regional Fire Protection, they're here locally to me in Washington County since 2017. They do a lot of the sprinkler systems, and Whether in the middle of the night or on a weekend, we are here to help you with all your emergency service needs. Extreme Driver, fence post drivers. They were established in 2009 and manufactures various models of post driving equipment. Advancing the market for this type of machinery is what we try to do and believe in. What all started as a simple idea to assist us within our own family fencing business turned into a full-time driver production business. So I just want to thank all of them. Oh yeah, I forgot about AKE, Stop Fire, the official fire extinguisher of Atlantic Pro Pooling. They've been in the business since 1989, and we want to thank all of them for joining us this year. And hopefully we'll see you guys in Berryville. I don't know that I have much more to talk about.
That's fine. So that's the important thing on Berryville. Well, it's great to have the new sponsors. A lot of sponsors this year. Come on, that's awesome. One night I'll get all the logos together and I'll just start sharing them one night. But
yeah, and let me tell you, the Hot Farms, they are on it with their class sponsors.
Every year,
I'm still getting class sponsors. I just got Ike Riggs actually reached out and wanted to sponsor their class. I think his business is Chesapeake Ag. And I got his paperwork in the mail yesterday or the day before. So I haven't had time to post it yet, but I'm working on it. But they keep getting them left and right. That's awesome.
Yeah, they every year. I think it's usually like 7 or 8 a year they get. A lot of them are returning.
But I think it's more than that.
Yeah, it probably is.
They have a lot. Yeah.
That's always a good thing. When everybody works together, it can become something pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you get those class sponsors for your class, that's coming back to you in points and your points check.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, and Lamar and Carl do their big sponsorship for the diesel trucks. And then I think everybody in that class that has a diesel business, you know, Tommy did it. Barter did it for their 2 businesses. Norman did it. You know, they all become class sponsors also, and then they get it back in their points money.
Mm-hmm.
Aha. You got a question?
I can find out. As long as they have all the safety and I'll find out right now.
Cubic inch. They're different, just cubic inch.
Oh, okay.
The 540 versus the 466, but in the past they ran with us. I don't know where that stands, but yeah, Matt, we'll find out for you, buddy.
Yeah, if they run all the safety equipment, because I know the safety equipment at PPL is a little bit different than. I shouldn't say that. I think there was some stuff that's everything. At
county safety stuff is pretty.
Yeah, I think it's all the same except one thing. I don't think the inducer cross they were enforcing this year yet, but I'm sure that there's some guys that have it on.
I'm asking my dad now, but I think it really needs to be agreed on with the class.
Yeah, probably.
But it's never been an issue before. So Alan, he's the class rep.
Yep.
Every time I message Alan, it takes 3 days for him to write back. So
we
ain't got to get an answer tonight.
He must be busy because the first time I seen his tractor this year, there was only half the parts were on it.
It was out running. It ran. He made it past down at
Yeah, I'm saying that when he had brought it to Washington County for tech school.
Yeah, I didn't even know he changed the name. He changed the name on it.
No, he didn't. They're still betting on it, right?
No, his application that I just got.
Oh,
he changed
I didn't
the
know
name.
that. What is it called now?
Well, maybe it's a secret. I'm not supposed to tell anybody.
Because somebody else had it labeled down at Leonardtown on their flyer.
Jason something. Dad says we will check with the class, but they definitely need all the safety. I'm gonna go check the.
That's funny.
Chasing smoke or something like that. I think.
Chasing smoke. I think that's
Chasing
what it
smoke.
was.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that's
Yeah.
better than chasing a bunch of other stuff. That's a pretty cool name.
So stay tuned. Hi, John Roop. John Roop, there's our announcer for our event down in Greensboro.
Thank you, John.
Absolutely, John. We appreciate it. And Matt, yeah, just hang tight. They'll get you an answer for sure. Go ahead, Dwayne.
Yeah. So Tara, is everything coming together? Pretty good.
Yeah, I think
Everything's rolling along. I see that you've been spending quite a lot of time, or maybe not as much time as I do, putting all these flyers together to advertise for sponsors and events.
I'm trying.
It's a lot of events.
I have too
I
much
know.
stuff going on. I need to stop. Like, I need a good solid 2 hours to do anything productive so I can get caught up. Yeah. I need to take a day off of work and just go.
People
knock
don't
on
realize
doors.
how long it takes to just make one flyer, because like you got to
Yeah.
edit everything. You got to make sure everything looks perfect, and then by the time you save it, something's wrong. You missed something.
Don't
And you
misspell
got to start
anything.
over. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One misspelled word comes back to you a multitude of times. Trust me.
As soon as I post something, Mom will be like, "You need to go look at your post. You just spelled something wrong."
Right.
Like, okay.
That's the way it goes. At that point in time, you're fatigued and your eyes are watering and you're tired of looking at your screen.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good to have eyes watching that stuff for you.
Oh, don't worry. I put sponsor posts out and I went and I recycled some of them because it was about 2 months or 2.5 months going by. And I go to repost the one. I look at, I'm like, holy smokes, it says 2024 on it. How did I do that?
Yeah.
Hi, Michael. Smarty pants.
Is that Mike Walker?
Of course.
Yes.
Well, Mike Walker, I have PPL hats.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Was he begging?
He asked if I had new hats with the new logos, and they
Oh.
showed up yesterday.
So
Don't
what
worry, he'll be hitting you for T-shirts next.
What do they look like?
PPL hats or Atlantic Pro pulling hats?
Oh,
PPL hats.
No.
there you go.
I'll get some Atlantic maybe
Got that new
made.
hip cat off to the side logo.
Yeah, that's how the cool kids wear them these days,
I guess.
right?
That's so you
Yeah,
can wear your hat sideways
Yeah. There you go.
and then it's still square.
Yep.
You can still
Yeah,
read the
there
logo.
you go. Yeah. We got all black. We got gray with this, like a bright green. And then I got a couple of this color, the gray and black. But that's what John sent me those in
Good
to
deal.
sell. Yep.
Awesome. What else? How's the tractors? Tractors all ready to go for the season?
Whose tractors?
The two sitting in your shop that you and your brother run. I'm not talking about the third one that your dad's going to have. I'm talking about the other one.
Third one. It's moving slow. Hopefully they'll be ready for the first pull for us.
Yep, that's coming soon too. May.
Yeah, Davey's so swamped with shop work, and he does our stuff last. You know, customers come first,
Sure.
but that's what pays the bills. So yeah, it has to be that way.
Yep.
I'm sure he will have them both at Boonesboro.
I'm sure.
Well, that's good.
I'm sure. Cool deal. Okay.
Yep.
Any other like new pullers or that stuck out to you as far as entry or people signing up coming in the mail or anything or?
No, I know Davey's building a new hot farm. Did you know that?
No,
That's actually he's the owner of Regional Fire Protection.
Oh wow.
Yep, he's building him a new hot farm tractor. It'll be a Deere. Don't ask me the sheet metal. I think like 50-20, 40-20, like that style. Hopefully that's out July-ish, maybe.
Awesome.
That's cool.
The merrier.
Yep.
Awesome.
Anyway, I got my I have my sheets up with the results. So if I go into Sheets and do the live results that you have, is that going to update, or is there going to be a new link every time? Do you know?
For me,
Yeah.
I don't think the links. I don't think the link's going to change. Like I'm going to have to save each as a PDF after each event and then wipe them out.
Okay. Because right now I have the whole list at the bottom, even though it was just a 466 hot farm at Leonardtown. I have Super Stock, Pro Stock. I have the whole list. And then eventually, I didn't know that if the list comes on, that this is just going to be attached to the same file. So I can go into Sheets and open it and see the results without going on Facebook and pulling the link.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Cool.
This is trial and error for me. I will post the link. Yep. I should probably post the link for them to register. What are you laughing at?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
He doesn't like my questions.
Oh.
I should post.
You're
I
fine,
should post the link for them to pre-register. Probably, maybe tomorrow I'll post it. It's just trial and error. There's going to be some pullers that are old school and don't want to do it that way, and that's fine. They don't have to. It's just trying to help me get organized in the trailer and be ready for when they walk over. Like, hey, I have all your stuff ready. Just roll a number and pay. And try to keep the lines down, and same with the results. You know, I'm going to try to enter them as they're read across the radio, but nobody's perfect. So
we've been doing pre-registration for quite a few years, and the first times we did it, it took a little bit of time for people to get used to it, and now it's fairly simple. So if somebody calls me or says anything, you know, I'm going to be running late. Well, guess what? If you call in or if you pre-register online, your name automatically goes in the list. When the class comes in and you're not in the line, you just get scratched. So it actually makes it kind of easy, because that way the girls that are doing registration don't have to worry about it. It's not their fault, as long as it's in the computer and it's added to the class. And then we just, you have to be a little bit careful. You can set up too many IOUs if people come in late and they haven't paid and things like that. So you have to be careful that it doesn't get away from you.
Yeah.
Sound words of experience there, right? It'll be fine. Once you get it figured out.
Yep. I'm pretty sure Kendra's helping with some registration, so we'll make her figure that out.
She's the computer guru.
She is.
Well, that's always good to have somebody that knows that kind of stuff inside and out, because the program that we use to do our polling registration and all of that was something that Matt's wife Jenny put together herself.
That's cool.
So it's pretty cool. So
I'm excited about a couple of new events we got this year.
Never
been
Georgetown Speedway,
Georgetown
Glad
Speedway,
Hills.
And Glad Hills, and also
Berks.
To me, Glad Hills isn't new. It is, but it isn't. But
yeah, they're so excited.
And up at the fair, Berks
County Fairgrounds.
Berks County Fairgrounds.
Yep.
Looking forward to that. It's gonna be cool.
I need to find out if you guys want me to come to Beast of the East to help with registration, since you guys have more classes than you normally do.
We have three
more of our classes than you normally do. If Matt wants me to come and help with his wife and the girls that do the registration, or
I don't know. That's something that we'll talk to him about. We normally have 2 in the registration, and so it's one to shuffle papers and one to put it in the computer. So it actually goes fairly well. We normally don't have too many problems with our registration backing up. I just got to make sure that if we have 3 classes to tech, that either Matt Ballmer and I help Shannon get through that, because it'll be a little bit too much for just one tech person. But other than that, so I would say I would say we'll talk with Matt Balmer about that because he could give you a more definitive answer.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm not too worried about it. It's business as usual for us. We just have to make sure that all our I's are dotted and our T's are crossed. That's basically what it amounts to.
Right.
3-0 coming together pretty well. You guys?
Who are you talking to?
You guys, both of you.
For us, as
3-0.
far as we know, we're not really going to know too much until we have our first pulls. The 3-0 pullers, I don't know who's running points for where this year. And so we'll see what happens. It's
honestly, for the 3-0s for Atlantic, if they only have 4 hooks, they're better off to do per hook.
Yeah. For this year.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Unless they're going to do a bunch of like PPL hooks. I don't know if the Silver Series offers them stuff or just elsewhere under PPL, then they could make it worthwhile to get a membership.
Mm-hmm.
But right now at 4 hooks, I would probably just do per hook, which is probably a $30 entry for them. And then $85 is your insurance for the day.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm hoping that we don't. I'm hoping the weather holds for us. I feel kind of bad that Berryville has to battle the weather already, and it's only the second pull.
That ain't their first go round. They're used to it.
That's just what sucks about those April pools. You just never know.
Yeah.
Oh, even May. I mean, look at Boonesboro.
Yeah, it could definitely rain there too.
Yeah, that was a crazy one.
Bel Air seems to have the jinx though. They did pretty good last year though.
Bel Air like gets a tornado or something. Yeah, every time I'm there, I was in the mall and it was tornado warnings.
Yep. Last year was beautiful. I had a beautiful weekend there. Beautiful.
I remember a couple of years ago at Boonesboro, I was freezing my rear end off. It was cold. I don't know how many years ago that was. That might have been, let me think about it.
Well, it had to have been the May pool then, huh? Because we used to be May and July.
It was the early poll, and it was probably...
Wasn't Teston Toon, was it?
No.
I've been cold there on Teston Toon. Driving to Teston Toon one year, I was driving through snow to get there from here.
Mm-hmm.
It was Shannon, Matt, and I, and Matt Horst. And Matt Horst was just out of his wheelchair, so it was probably like 17 or 18. Because I remember we were sitting in the stands, and he was complaining that his leg hurt like crazy. And I was like, dude, if you are in that much pain, you need to go to the doctor. So he went to the doctor, and here one of his titanium plates in his femur had broken.
Oh.
And so they had to redo surgery and fix it.
Oh my goodness, look at this. I got a bowl of ice cream, man. Woo.
Sugar free.
Y'all have fun. Yeah.
Sugar free.
Yeah. This
should I tell you? Really should I tell you something that'll make your
Don't
make
screw up my ice cream, damn you.
No, should I tell you something that's going to excite you? We have a new food vendor at the expo, and our farm show milkshakes are coming back.
Yay!
Oh,
they are bad, man. They're awesome.
So I don't know. We'll see who the food vendor is and what it's all about. Hopefully, it's kind of sucks when it's out of your control. But
yeah,
when you say expo, is that during the fair?
The expo is every event that happens on the fairgrounds. They take care of the food.
Oh, okay.
So we've had quite some ups and downs in the last couple of years.
So you guys don't even have to worry about having food vendors because they take care of it for you. Well, I wish we did that for Washington County.
We used to take care of all our food vendors, or at least half the food vendors, and we did that for many years. And then they decided that they would have the food vendors take care of everything, and it was a little bit easier that way. It's less pressure on you especially if you're trying to organize an event and have to
Oh,
worry
I
about
know.
vendors and who's showing up and what. And I don't know if you remembered that Jerry Martin's brother Lawrence, they used to have a food trailer called Grillin' It that did cheesesteaks and stuff. And when they quit doing that, then it's like now we have a huge issue because that was one of our primary vendors and they sold a ton of food.
Huh.
And so it switched to other food trailers and vendors, and then the stadium got reworked, and now everything kind of changed. So far, so good.
Yeah, I took over the food vendors for the Boonesboro pools for our local club probably, I guess, 2 years ago, and just add more to my plate. And then I told Marshall down at Glad Hills that I would take care of the food vendors for him because I knew it was all new for him, but it's a hassle doing all of it.
So here's the deal. If you have a couple of good food trailers that you can just hire in to set up, that makes it easier. If they're not too needy, if they don't need too much power, water, and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, if they're self-sufficient, most of them are. So I'm just taking all of my Boonesboro food vendors and saying, hey, I have another event. It's down on 340 in Frederick. Are you willing to do it? And they're like, heck yeah. So it's kind of working out, but it's still just more to my plate.
Yeah. I think that because I like to eat, but I think food rounds out the whole event.
Well, you got to have good food there.
Good food makes it a good experience for all the spectators that come out and spend the time there. So
I've been to an event here and there in the middle of nowhere over the years with no food. No food trucks, no. And people get pretty upset when they don't have something to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I told Chad Packer I'm going to hire him to just take care of every food stand for Boonesboro and Frederick.
Yep. That's right, Brian Morrison says good food and ice cream. Absolutely.
Well, Packer might run the wheels off if he's got to migrate that far south.
Hey, he said he would consider it.
Wow. Packer does Snyder County, and he's always done a good job there. You're never lacking for at least a couple options at Snyder County, and you know what you're going to get.
Yeah. Everyone's like, get the barbecue trucks. Okay, well, a family of 5 or a family of 6 can't pay $15 a person to get in. I'm not saying they can't pay it, but $15 a person to get in, and then $20 for each person to eat at a barbecue stand, that adds up quick.
Yeah.
You know, they want to get their kids a cheeseburger or a piece of pizza or something like that. So all these people pushing the barbecue, and yeah, I like barbecue too, but that's the expensive food trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hi, Melinda.
Yeah, we got questions are coming in here. Can you see them on your phone, Tara?
I don't have but I can see it now. Do you ever miss running the super stock back in the day as opposed to the pro stock, or is it no comparison between the two? When we first switched over, yeah, it was definitely a comparison. You know, the super stock, it was like taking off on a jet plane, plants you in the seat. But now the way the pro stocks are running, it's the same thing. Like the amount of how much has changed since, let's see, when I started driving the super stock, I was 18. That was 20 years ago. So the amount of things that have changed in 20 years is crazy. I always tease my dad. He's always been a super stock guy at heart. And I always tease him about going back to a super stock. But that's a headache. Total headache. And they would be wrenching all the time.
Yeah.
Running a super stock is like trying to adjust your carburetor on your lawnmower in the spring every year. Try to make it run right.
I just went through that today. Save you. Mm-hmm. That's good stuff. Can't beat peanut butter ice cream. The best.
especially homemade at Center Hall.
Yep. Compliments of more motorsports. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
I might have to sneak along this year and see how the peanut butter ice cream's made, because that sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
Yeah, come
No,
on
you
over. You
just
can come
yeah.
Friday.
And while you're there, bring your shrimp boil equipment. Do us a nice seafood boil.
I
Oh,
got
yeah.
everything
He
sitting
does
here
a good
collecting
job.
dust.
Really good job. He did one up there at Championship Weekend at Snyder County. What was that about? Not, what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? You did one.
3 years ago.
Oh my Lord, I couldn't get enough of it.
We had a lot of people around there. We invited the whole neighborhood.
It was quite a.
It was time to get rid of it. I don't even know how big that cooler is. I had the cooler almost full of seafood boil, so I think we fed about 40 people.
Wow.
Never-ending maintenance. They're all never-ending maintenance, but yeah, Superstock is very demanding. So, if you got questions real quick, go ahead and put them in here for Tara. Otherwise, we're going to move on and.
So, are you planning on running? Are you planning on running all the pulls this year? Driving your tractor this year for all the pulls, or?
Well, I signed Dad up as a driver.
That's a good one. Does he know how to drive it?
Well, yeah, I think so.
Does he remember how to drive it? I should have said. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Knowing how to drive
That's the thing. They change. Like, you have to do your homework every winter, and sometimes every year it's a different driving style. Like, you never. Yeah. It's just always different. I'm hoping he drives some, but I'm hoping I can still drive some too.
You don't want to lose.
I signed us both up, but I signed him up as the primary driver. So we'll see.
See if he has.
Don't mess up.
See if he has the guts to jump in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Oh, he can drive.
Yeah, he can.
So let me ask you this: is there like bragging rights in the shop between him and Davey? If one beats the other?
No, because Davey always wins.
Davey's the chosen one.
Yeah. Actually, I think Davey would like to see his tractor be driven by Dad so he can watch his tractor go down the track. What was your favorite pool to go to when you were a kid? I've always liked going to the farm show in Kentucky. That's always been my favorite. Davey loves going to Bowling Green, but I prefer to go to Louisville. And then our hometown pools. We used to pool at Mason-Dixon drag strip, not Speedway, drag strip. And they would pack that place. Mm-hmm. And I only pooled there one time, and I never got off the starting line. But I loved having pools there.
I think I was there that year.
When I didn't get off the starting line, Davey got on it, and 20 minutes later and made a full pool.
I think I do remember that.
Yeah.
Who was running the pool there at the time?
Oh my, I don't know. That was the old One More Deer tractor, so it was probably Interstate. So yeah. I guess Washington County.
Just depends on what year it was. Because I remember pulling, it was grass, and they would disc it up, and we'd pull uphill.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Bowling Green all the way. Sorry, I'm a pool town man. I like Bowling Green. Bowling Green's overwhelming if you are a puller and a class of 50 per stock tractors, or like the 2-wheel drives. My God, there's like 60 of them. It's just overwhelming. It's so overwhelming.
Yeah, your nerves don't settle down when there's that many vehicles, because you want to try to stay with it and be at the right place at the right time. And
well, a track changes 30 times in those 50 vehicles, and then we go out there, and of course, Davey draws first hook. And then I don't know if they reset the sled or he dropped, but you have to wait 50 vehicles, 3 hours. You have to wait, which plenty of cool down time. But it's a lot. It's a lot for the rest of your family that's stuck in the stands, you know.
Yeah.
It's fun to go and experience it as a spectator, but as a puller, it's just overwhelming. That's just
Are you,
my opinion. It's a
It's a
great
big
place, it's a
chore
great
getting in
facility,
line
and
to
are you
get
yeah,
going
weighed.
this?
To get weighed and teched is a big deal, you know.
it
Are you,
is.
are you going this year?
I am going to be putting on the pool in Berryville, so I will not be there. If my brother decides to go and take the tractors, that's on him.
Gotcha.
I know he likes to go, so you may see the tractors there, but you're not going to see me there.
Well, either way, I'm going for the first time this year, so it'll be a new experience.
It is a lot of fun, but as a
Mhm.
puller, it's overwhelming.
Yep.
Oh, and my dad said, make sure you let him know that Davey got 7th out of 54 pro stocks.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's a good deal.
On a
Yeah,
track
he
you're not
did. He did
familiar
very
with.
well out there. That was the last time he was there. But the first time we took the tractors that I went, I know he drew first hook, and then we had to wait 3 hours for him to come back and pull again. But this last time that he went, I didn't go. I was pregnant with one of the kids, so I stayed home. But he did
Matt,
really well out there.
Mhm.
we took Matt's truck to Shide in 2015, and I think there was 55,
Hmm
54 or 55 trucks in the class, and we qualified both times because you have two qualifying tracks, and then they bring you together. And we were so excited about it. And every time we got out the track for the finals, then we goofed something up and didn't do well. So it was a good experience. It was 4 pulls in one weekend. But when you
Yeah.
say that it's nerve wracking, I can kind of sympathize with you because I was on the edge of my nerves the entire time. And then we almost got kicked out of the facility because after we pulled, we cracked the Coldy. And Christy came walking through and just about threw us out because she was livid.
That
She's like, if something happens, you have to re-pull and you have alcohol in your system, you're not going to be pulling. And I'm like, sorry,
Oops.
didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
yeah, it's true. It's a good point.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, you're running machinery and you're under insurance and you got to, yeah,
And anything can happen where you got to rehook.
got to take it serious.
Yep.
But lessons learned. Lessons learned. That was the closest we ever got kicked out of a pull, but didn't. I shouldn't say kicked out of the pool, kicked out of competition.
The class, right?
Yeah.
That particular day. Okay.
And it's not
Well,
fun when you drive 11, 12 hours to go pull and then something stupid happens.
mm-hmm. You don't know
I
what you're
remember
missing.
driving. I went with mom and dad in the bus with the super stock, okay, to the Buck. And I'm not picking on my dad, but no matter what he did, he couldn't get it to leave the starting line. And Davey was with all of his buddies at the Speedway here in Hagerstown, Boonesboro, Mason-Dixon, for an interstate hook. And they always ran a super open class, and they'd always save it for last. And if we didn't have a points hook, we would always be there. Well, it's hometown. Everyone wants to see Davey there. So he's calling dad, hurry up, get loaded up, come down here, let me see if I can get it to run. So we loaded the old agitator up, and you know the bus only went so fast, okay? So we got down the road as fast as we could, literally pulled in to Mason-Dixon drag strip, dropped the ramp, backed the tractor off. Davey jumped on it, ready to go, fire suit on, and hooked to the sled and won that class.
Yep. I was at the Buck helping your dad that night. I think that's the night we were scraping mud off the tires to make weight. I think might have been a
Probably.
different time, but I remember that. I remember I was talking to somebody, was messaging or whatever it was, telephone wise, and they said the tractor ran perfect.
I
Said it
know.
ran great. I said, well, I wouldn't light it the Buck. course.
Who
It
knows?
just needed that
Yeah,
south of the
I'll do that.
Mason-Dixon air. It was a little bit better
Maybe.
down there.
I remember that well. But,
That's crazy.
all right, I don't see any more
Well,
questions. I don't want to hold you up. You've been here 40 minutes. I didn't mean to keep you that long. So
it's okay. I'm gonna jump off here and see if my kids are asleep yet, or if Zach's asleep and they're drawing on his
something.
face or something.
Drawing on the walls.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
she just
happens
painted. I
often
hope
here.
not. I know she's been doing some painting there. I hope they didn't do that.
No, I didn't paint their bedroom walls.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Hopefully, Mother Nature will work with us Saturday. Have a
Yep,
good
and
pool.
we'll see you Saturday. Are you coming, Dwayne?
I don't think
No.
so. I have 5,000 legs of chicken to make on Saturday morning,
Ooh,
and then when I
okay.
get done there, I got another 120 pounds of barbecue chicken for a church event, and then I got to do sound system in the evening. So I'm
All right.
sorry. I got a full schedule.
I understand. Well,
Yep.
everyone else, I'll see you guys in Berryville
All righty. Thank you,
Saturday
Tara.
night. All
You
right.
bet.
Thank you, guys.
See ya.
Yep. See ya.
Bye.
Well, Dwayne,
Yes, sir.
I'm still eating ice cream. You want to go ahead and go through these results from Easton this past Saturday?
Yeah.
I got the wrong piece of paper in front of me. I wasn't there. Mike Walker went down, so I had him film while he was there, and so it was a pretty good show. He thought it was a good show, and I believe I counted 49 total entries. So you say you have them pulled up. Do you want to go ahead and do
Yep.
the first class? Would be King of the Hill, King of the
Yep.
Farm. I'm sorry.
First class I have here is King of the Farm. Coming in first place was Jeff Doubts with a John Deere 5020 called Weekly Payment. He had 401.91. That was quite the distance. Coming in second place, Brad Kiefer with a John Deere 4255 at 386.66. In third place, Brad Kiefer with a John Deere 4055 with a 386.38. In fourth place, Ryan Hester with a John Deere 4055. He had a 383.49. In fifth place, Matt Bailey with a John Deere 6030. His distance was 380.17. In sixth place, Jake Billick, Black Stripe Matters, an International 1466. His distance was 376.62. In seventh place, Ryan Dengler with an International 1066. He had a distance of 368.38. In eighth place, Luke Rinaldi with a John Deere 4055 at 365.41. In ninth place, Joshua Brewer with an International 1066. He had a 362.54. In 10th place, Jonathan Mass with a John Deere 4055 called Southern Scrap. He had 345.01. In 11th place, Kenny Medica with a International 1466 called Smoke Show. He had 295.80.
Maybe it's Modica. You
Modica.
think? I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, you're right. I'm
Maybe.
sorry. Yeah. In 12th place, Marty Merritt with a case 1175. He had a 157.51. In 13th place, Justin Weiser with an International 1066. He had 138.12. Then we had 3 DQs. So there were 16 in the class.
Yeah, big class. Yes, well supported.
Yeah, that was
a lot of tractors out of the eastern Pennsylvania area, the Bangor, Pennsylvania area.
Yeah.
I count one. There's like five of them. Five of those. But there's a few others from over there, Nutropoli and a couple other
I
areas.
was kind of curious. Maybe I shouldn't say this on live, but I was kind of curious of how many different drivers were on the same tractor.
How many? Uh,
Unless there's a bumper crop of 40, 55 John Deeres.
yeah. That's a good question. I did the video. I posted the video, yesterday? Yeah, the video went live yesterday. That's a good question. I don't know what the rule. I don't know what the rules are for the class. It's a possibility. Next up, the 3.0 Limited Pro Diesel 4x4 trucks. There was 6 on hand, and always hard running trucks. Taking a win, Mark Andrews with the Public Enemy Ford with the Cummins at 310.27. Second was Matt Holbrook with the Jenny Light Dodge at 304.71. Third was Kyle Spickerman, teammate there to Matt Holbrook with the old Jenny at 303.80. Fourth, David Heller with a truck called To Be Determined Dodge at 302.96. And that truck sure looked very similar to a truck out of Maryland. And I'm sure it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that truck was sold and David Heller bought that truck.
Yep.
So you know about that then.
David Heller, if it's the same guy I'm recalling, used to run 2 Duramaxes in the 2.6 class. But yeah, the truck looked familiar in the pictures to me too. And I'm not, I assume that it got sold. I didn't actually ask.
I'm drawing a blank on names. I apologize. But anyway.
Clint Mills. It was Clint Mills' old truck.
Clint Mills' truck. That's it. That's the name I was looking for. Yeah.
Yep.
Fifth was Rich Wolf with the last minute Ford, 299.63, and rounding out the class to 6 was Derek Smith with the limited time Dodge at 276.69. You want the next one?
All right. Next one up was Light Pro Limited Pro. Coming in first place was Jeff Michelocci with Demented. He had 341 feet, 0.13. In second place was Chris Comaroni from Cambridge, New York, and his International 1206. He had a 337.81. In third place was Matt Smith with Fast Forward. He had a 334.59. In fourth place was Cody Utt on the Storm. He had a 322.18. In fifth place was Mark Smith, driving Faster Yet. His footage was 316.24. In sixth place was Kevin Utt with his International called Rolling Thunder. He had 314.91. In seventh place was Shane Scott with a New Holland called Black and Blue. He had 310.75. In eighth place was Ray Belak on Raging Red. He had a 305.98. And in ninth place was J. Howard Meredith Jr. with Meredith's Agitator. He had a 302.72.
A lot better pass than the last time I seen that tractor go down the track there. So
when the wheels flew off.
Oh yeah.
The tire popped off. What was the deal? Did the tire come off the rim?
No, it's just.
Oh no, he slammed the front end down
bent the chassis and.
Yep.
Et cetera, et cetera. Wild Street trucks. 5 on hand. It used to be, of course, I don't know if the area down there really had trucks. I guess that could compete in the Wild Street class down there. But 5 trucks are on hand. Tommy Hassler with the Ford F-350, the white one called Crybaby Maker. It's a nice name. Took the win at 328.56. Second was Clyde Weaver with the Platinum Ford at 324.95. Third was Sean Mahoney with the overtime Chevy Silverado at 311.99. Fourth, Chad Lutz with his 3500 Silverado at 301.05. And rounding out the class, fifth, Todd Young with his F-250. Finished the class up in a ball of fire, unfortunately. 254.23. And that class will be coming out here soon. Semis released today. It should be, was it today or I can't remember. That's Saturday. You can't remember when you posted stuff. I think it went live today. Yeah. So,
I got you.
Yep.
The next class up is Hot Farm. Coming in first place was John Foreman with the It's Always Something John Deere. He had 344.53. In second place was Jeremy DeLuca on a tractor called Old Abe. He had 344.15.
I think actually Alex Ferry was driving.
Oh, Alex was okay.
Yeah, that's a tractor he drives a lot. Yeah.
Okay. In third place was Paul Richardson with Venomous. He had a 316.03. In fourth place, Jeremy DeLuca with the Sunset Smoker. He had 273.63. In fifth place was Ryan Dengler with Black Stallion. He had 80.80. And in sixth place was Paul Richardson on Buzzard Bait. He apparently didn't get far off the line. He had 8.4.
Turbo issues.
Oh, no.
Yep. That's some turbo issues going on there. I do believe. Rounding out the night, speaking of semi trucks, had a class of 6 and one hard hitter showed up to run and taking the win. I'm just going to keep it separate because I know the sled was reweighed to run Hank Oster. So Jimmy Hall with a Ford L9000 Louisville. And I mean, somebody spent some money and did some wrenching over the winter. That truck, very impressive pass. 347.10. Carried the left front wheel in the air. That was a pretty awesome deal. Truck runs pretty good.
In a street semi.
Yeah, man. Yeah, street semi.
Street semi
man.
carrying the front wheel.
Well, it just says semi. So
Okay.
anyway.
Oh, yeah, it does. It just says semi. I'm sorry.
Second was Matthew Williams with a Peterbilt at 318.76. It's actually a dump truck, which does run good. Took the win 2 weeks ago down in Leonardtown, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
Third was Nelson McCall with the Kitty Chaser Mac Superliner at 274.57. Fourth was Mark Turner with the Head Turner Kenworth W900 at 269.61. Fifth, Jamie Easton, local guy down there with a 96 Peterbilt at 260.76. And Randy Johnson with the Mac, vehicle name says Elite, 238.22. And again, Hank Oster was there to make a pass. He finished the night out there with the Scrapper, the International, at 323.61. So Mike said it was a good event. Everything ran pretty well. Kudos. That club will be back down there in July. They'll be back down there in July.
Yep.
So good deal. Let's pull off Productions.
Yeah, it was we have a local that does pretty good in the semi class, and I just noticed that he looked like he put a new chassis under his truck or redid the frame or something.
Mr. Jim,
So,
James
yeah.
Schubert. I know who you're talking.
See if he still has pulling fever in him and comes out for the first pull of Beast of the East and puts the thing to the test.
Probably. Real quick, I'll go over a couple of the upcoming Atlantic Pro Pooling events. Again, this Saturday, April 26th at 6 p.m. At the Clark County Rotary grounds in Berryville, Virginia. They got the limited Pro Stock semi trucks, Pro Stock 4x4 trucks, and the modified 4x4 trucks. Again, all Atlantic Pro Pooling League. Again, they'll run a couple of local classes there. They run an interstate style class. Modified street. I think they go by modified street 4x4, and they usually have a street gas 4x4 and a street. Notice I'm in parentheses, street diesel 4x4 trucks. So there'll be additional classes. As Tara said, they're going to do everything they can to get that pool in there Saturday night. So if we don't get started at 6 o'clock, it might be 8 o'clock. Maybe Mother Nature will work out and do what she's got to do early on, and we can get everything prepared and ready to go. So, but at this point, no postponement, no cancelizations. The pool is on. Keep that in mind. May 3rd, we head to the Greensboro Volunteer Fire Department in Greensboro, Maryland. Let's see, Greensboro again, at Greensboro. 6 p.m. Fantastic facility. It gets better every time we go there. Love that place. We're coming to see you, Jim. May 3rd. Modified tractors. ABC York 466 hot farm tractors. The Light Pro tractors. East Coast Diesel 4x4 trucks. And the limited Pro Stock semi trucks will be on hand there. And we'll go ahead and finish out May. May 17th, we go to someplace in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. I believe it's called Beast of the East, Dwayne. 7 p.m., 3O Diesel 4x4 trucks. East Coast Diesel 4x4 trucks.
I can't make it
ABC
zoom in. I have to put it in front of me.
Yeah, there you go. ABC York 466 hot farm tractors, and I have Light Pro penciled in. Is that still the fastest?
Yes.
Still going to be okay? It'll be Light Pro tractors.
Yes,
that
sir.
will be their first time there, I believe.
The first time that we're running Light Pros as an East Coast class.
Yes. Awesome. May 24th, to finish out the month of May, 6 p.m., Washington County Tractor Pullers, Boonesboro, Maryland. Another fantastic facility, fantastic event. Modified 4x4 trucks, the ABC York 466 hot farm tractors, limited Pro Stock semi trucks, East Coast Diesel 4x4 trucks, the modified tractors, the Weimer. I believe it's. I'm not going to use Weimer's name because I'm not sure if they are a sponsor yet. The Super Stock Pro Stock tractors will go with that for now, and the Pro Stock 4x4 trucks. Their first time they will be at Boonesboro as an Atlantic Pro Pooling points class there for them. Again, Pro Stock 4x4 trucks. 6 p.m. May 24th. And I believe that's just about every class that Atlantic Pro Pooling runs. So
that's cool. It's going to be a big event.
Big event. Always is. Good turnout. Yep. Huge crowd. That place draws people. And of course, as tourists, they do a lot of legwork, a lot of sponsorship work and stuff to make it all happen there. So that's a really good event. Put that on your bucket list. All these events, come and support them by all means. Tractor pulling has got to keep rolling here, man. So that gets you through the month of May, and we'll read them off, every show now from here on out. So,
yep. So fingers crossed. We're hoping the weather behaves for this Saturday for everybody.
Yeah, we hope so.
Just going in to check my.
We don't have Kendra with us tonight. She was with some family at a softball game, so I did not have time to get over and look at interstate schedule to see what's getting ready to take off when their season is going to be going. So, but I know they're getting ready to take off here soon. So, Snyder County, I believe they go to Center County for their first event, if I'm not mistaken. Center Hall.
Yeah, Center Hall on May the 10th.
Yep.
There's something going on there.
Again, we're in April, so next show, next couple of shows, we'll start really.
Yeah, I should have
getting those events out to everybody.
My problem is I have too much stuff on my my list here. Yeah, I'm excited about all this. Here we. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Anyway, nope. Yeah, excited about it. Beast of the East. We heard that coming up May the 17th. Again in June the 14th, and their last and final at August the 9th. It's just about go time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Tommy House just sent a message. If you're watching, Tommy, yeah, we get you taken care of. That class will go tomorrow. Yeah, man, it's definitely go time. You guys, you guys have a lot of classes you run, so you got your hands full when it comes to them events up there. So two
Yep.
classes or two tracks, definitely good shows. You definitely got to come to a Beast of the East. If you haven't been to a Beast of the East show, you don't know what you're missing. It's very good.
And if you're not interested in truck pulling and you're more interested in feeding your face, the Farm Show milkshake stand will be back,
Yes.
or that's the plan. You can come on and have Farm Show milkshakes to your heart's content.
It's even better whenever they're in a good mood up there. The event's going good, and they come by you and bring you one.
Yeah, the buggy comes around for all the help and hands out milkshakes.
They're very good.
The only problem is, I think I'm going to have to design a belt with like a cup holder on the side so I can take my milkshake with me on the track. So
Just don't
it holds
run.
up the show if I have to run to the wall every time. And by the
Yeah.
time I get to it, it's melted.
Yeah.
Well, that's life.
No, for sure. But anyway, yeah, we're at an hour, so we're going to go ahead and pull the plug, I guess, and get some other stuff done. This is a week of doctor's appointments and et cetera, et cetera. We're trying to get Cindy's on the mend, get her healed back up. She's been sick for a week, and hopefully she can get back on track next week and get going. So anyway, that's all I have for tonight. We appreciate everybody. The chat was pretty busy there for a while. I think
Yeah.
Tara's like a magnet. Everybody wanted to come on and listen, talk to her and stuff. So listen to her. But that's all good. Kendra, we missed you tonight. Hopefully she'll be with us next week. And other than that, get out, support your local pools. We need rain. We all know we're in a drought area right now, but just pray for that rain before and or after. So these promoters don't put a lot of money out there and then can't take advantage of it. So
not
Please.
fun when
Yep.
you want to pull and it's making wet.
Yep, this is true. Anyway, all right. Hopefully, we'll see everybody in Berryville and/or an event coming soon. Get out and support them. Anything else, Dwayne?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks to everybody that came on tonight.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Appreciate the questions and shows will get once we get a bunch of events and stuff going here. We'll be going an hour, hour and a half, I'm sure. Still try to get people to come on. Sometimes it's like pulling teeth, but that's okay. We'll trick some to come in. Don't worry.
I think once we get into the routine again.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we've been taking some weeks off. It's just been really busy here. And I do some weeks I do 3 shows in a week. So
Yeah.
But this one definitely is the mainstay for sure. All right. By all means, again, like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, all that good stuff. We appreciate it. It helps us with YouTube. We're still out there every day. 1 or 2 videos a day are going live on our channel. Keep pulling videos. So if you support it, we appreciate it. Keeps us going. And with that said, we look forward to seeing everybody. Hopefully with some full event results from this coming Saturday night at Berryville and whatever else may come our way that way. So
that would be awesome.
I hope so. We'll see everybody next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you.
See you, everybody.